Before this review, I want to say that this film is not very good, but it is very entertaining. Megan is Missing is about a girl who, goes missing. But the two teenage girls in this story are called Amy and Megan, and they meet a strange man online called Josh. And, I like the concept of this film about not meeting strangers online and protecting yourself online and being more secure about yourself online. It has a good concept, but it fails at said concept. The story eventually leads to both of the main characters getting kidnapped by Josh. They end up in his medieval-looking basement, where Josh does do all kinds of unspeakable acts to said main characters, and eventually he decides to bury them both after getting everything he wants out of both of them. And it ends in your traditional found footage kind of way, where the camera is left discarded somewhere for the characters to pick up, and some information appears on screen saying something about the main characters never being seen again, and their case still being open. But what makes this less believable is the rest of the film that follows it, which completely decides to turn itself into a borderline comedy with its showcase of acting so terrible it rivals The Room. My god, the rest of the film is so funny to watch because of the acting. Megan is Missing is the true testament as to when a film has a great idea for a third act but doesn't know what to do with the rest of the film, because the rest of the film isn't very good at building up tension, character development, or anything that is slightly interesting to the final act of the film, so it ends up just talking about teenage girl problems, going to parties, getting wasted, and trying to appear kind of edgy, with just Megan talking about these highly traumatic experiences, but then being acted out so poorly that they're borderline laughable. Yeah, I guess this film is kind of disturbing with some of the scenes, but that is only in the last third act of the film, whilst the rest of the film is trying to build up to this point, but it ultimately fails because the rest of the film is a failure. And it's not very good when it gets to the third act because of everything that you've seen so far. Somehow the acting decides to step up in the third act and decides to actually try to be realistic. However, you've seen the rest of the film, so you know the acting is not good or realistic, and it equals just an experience which is just really strange, honestly, because it just feels like you've cut to this actual snuff film in the middle of this actually terrible film. It's like disturbing-ish, but it's nowhere near a Serbian film or on the level of like a Martyrs. And I can't believe people on TikTok are actually scared by this, to be honest. If I were to rate this as a serious film with a serious message, I'd probably give it a 1.8 on the being good counter, with a 5 out of 10 on the disturbing factor. But on the other hand, if I were to rate this as a comedy, then I would say it's a masterclass in the exercise, because I would give it probably a 7.8 on the being good factor, because of how funny the acting is. I hope you have enjoyed this new video style, and this is what I look like. See you again. What would you rate this film? Maybe you might enjoy it. See you again soon. Bye.